So we've got almost 13 days of winning streak for NIO on the Chinese stocks. Of course, after almost 4 trillion injection of fund in the Chinese economy. However, right now we have, of course, what's going on in Middle East tension. The price going down for NIO 5% for the first time for this week. And of course, all the market is pulling back a bit because of that. It's except for Nvidia and AMD, semiconductors doing all right because we have some kind of news regarding those stocks. However, what we should expect for Neo, because this is the first drop, and of course, are we going to have another drop, or the price will continue to go higher, or this is just a consolidation zone before another jump? Because in today's video, guys, we have to discuss Neo and of course Baba and the other Chinese companies in order to prepare for the next jump. Because every stock or if even a rocket, after reach a moment of escaping the gravity of the Earth, we don't have to use energy anymore. We're gonna go on the orbit. So right now, Neo is not in the orbit, or even Baba is not the orbit yet, like Nvidia. However, we need to escape the gravity of the Earth. So because Neo is still below the resistance, which is below the $9. So hit the like button, subscribe, guys, because we always go live every day to discuss the market. Today we discuss many stocks. One of them it was, of course. One of the stocks, let me just check here, MLGO. Yeah, we discuss PEGY. Of course, this one was on our live streaming that we discussed today early around 7 a.m. Eastern time. We discussed the entry and taking profit around the 20, and ELAB, of course. Both of those stocks did really good. And if you want to join us and have access to those early entry, of course, the link in comment section below if you want to join. So for now, guys, what we should expect for Neo, because Neo is still below the current resistance that we discussed early in this week. We said this channel has been respected since 2021 when we hit the $70. Let me just show you exactly and do a recap for the people who didn't saw our last video that we discussed Neo. As you can see here, Neo didn't break the 100 barrier. We went until the $70 in Neo day, and the price continued to go down, and we're still inside this bearish channel. This is on the daily chart, guys. Go on the daily chart, and you can see clearly that we're still in the bearish channel for Neo. Yes, we reversed right now 100%. As we discussed this, reversal is not the first time. Already had this reversal before 100%. However, the good thing is we're still testing and we're still near the resistance. We don't have a drastic selling pressure directly toward the 5, but we're still holding the $6. And this is show us that the injection of the Chinese government, almost 3 or 4 trillion. This is good. It shows us that all the money or some of the money going into Neo investor actually buying in to buy the dip for Neo, because as you can see here, this is by far the best dip for any stocks, because right now it's going below the IPO price that we have back in 2018. IPO price actually started around exactly around this price, guys, around the $6. So right now the $6 was the IPO price since 2018, and now the price is holding or holding over the IPO price for Neo. So let me know in the comment section below, is this coincidence or not? Because as we said, the $6 is psychological level, and of course the IPO price for Neo, and this is where we should hold over in the coming days. So even if we pull back right now, we need to hold over the $6.10 or the $6 in order to make the short cover. And of course, make the short cover right around the $9.50, because right now we're getting a bit hammered down and getting shorted because the tension in Middle East. That's why the whole market is pulling back after a good run in the last month and the beginning of this month. So now as we said, even if we broke the $6.10, we need to hold over the $5 to confirm that we still have the big buyer that bought Neo before the earnings, because before the earnings here we have a huge buyer around 425. So if we're still holding over the $5 and the $6, is mean the buyer is still there, and this is mean that the buyer will add their position again to make the short cover up around the 950. And of course, this is will give us the 11, the 12, and the 16. And if we calculate right now from almost the 6 until the 16, this is will give us another 138%, or the same reaction, or the same jump that we did here, almost the same, because here is just 100% and here is almost 136%. The other stock that we have to watch is Tesla. Of course, the earnings for Tesla is coming up in a few days or just 1 week from now, around the 16th, I think. Yes, around, yes, if we just check here, the earnings is the 23rd of October, so almost 20 days from now. And this is will give us a bit of opportunity to buy the dip for Tesla if we actually went down, because the earning could be a different story right now for Tesla, because Tesla have four earnings, bad earnings, and we didn't have any good earnings this year. So this time, if we have a good earnings, green earnings, this will could change everything. If we see the estimate for the earning for Tesla, we see the earnings is around the 59. The last estimate was 61, so the analysts still have a negative projection for earnings for Tesla. And for revenue, we see the analysts give 25 billion for Tesla, is better than before, which is the 24 billion. Right now it's 25.50 billion. So it's, regarding the revenue, the analysts expect better for Tesla, not for the earnings. So this is would be good if we have at least the revenue is exceed the expectation for the, because as you can see here, the first time we have a good revenue was the last earnings for Tesla back in July. And see what's happened. Once we have a good earnings, we have a good reaction for the market, and of course we have a push up a bit here, then we pull back, then we actually jumped 45%. And before that, of course, around this earnings, the price jumped up because we have the expectation that Tesla will cut the price on the new models. And that's why the price jumped for Tesla from back in April until now, almost 100%. So we have to watch out for Tesla before the earnings, of course. And if we go to Baba, because Baba jumped as well, because it's Chinese company, we see that Baba jumped really good after the last earnings that we have in August, and we did right now 35%. If we see in the big picture for Baba, we see it is undervalued, guys. Many Chinese company right now is undervalued. After the huge injection of 4 trillion, we see a lot of Chinese trillionaire and billionaire going and buying those Chinese company, because there's a lot of money coming in. So right now we have to be strategic regarding those stocks, and if we have a dip, we should see if we're gonna have a weakness or a sign of a strength and buy back from those whales. For Bob, of course, we should hold the 90 to confirm that the whale is still there. And for Neo, as we said, over the $6 will be even perfect if we held over the $6, guys. For Neo is mean Neo will continue to jump in the coming days. As you can see here, we're still holding over the gap that we did before, and this is a really good sign for Neo that will jump more. Let me just add another support here for Neo over the $6.67. Yes, this is a really good level to hold for Neo over this gap, because we're reversed from it around the $6.57. So now we have a bit of buying pressure, given getting back what we lost for today. And the volume is getting less. Before it's over 100 million, but right now 62 million. So guys, we're gonna update you minute by minute for those stocks, Neo and the other stocks, tomorrow on our live streaming on Friday. So join us, the link comment section below. And of course, see you by tomorrow. Thank you for watching.